Today I'll talk about evaluation of classification model. It is part of my machine learning series of lectures. To evaluate a classification model, we need a confusion matrix. This is a confusion matrix. So confusion matrix is a cross tabulation of predictions versus actual classes. It is applicable for supervised learning and for classification problem. This is an example of confusion matrix when there are only two classes. It is a binary classification system where the truth is either positive 1 and negative 0. Similarly, prediction is either positive 1 or negative 0. It is also known as error matrix, and here prediction is along the rows and actual is along columns. It can be n into n matrix for multi-class problem. However, it is 2 into 2 matrix for a binary class problem. This is a classification, a confusion matrix for a classification problem. Here, if the particular case is positive and prediction is also positive, it is true positive. If a particular case is negative and prediction is also negative, it is true negative. If the situation is otherwise, it may be either false positive or false negative. False positive is also known as type 1 error, and false negative is also known as type 2 error. So type 1 error, it is the rejection of null hypothesis when in fact it is true, and type 2 error, it is the acceptance of null hypothesis in fact when it is false. When null hypothesis is false, it means that alternate hypothesis is true. We can study the confusion matrix either diagonally, vertically, or horizontally. I have divided my lecture into 3 parts. So study of confusion matrix diagonally means we have a metric known as accuracy matrix. So accuracy matrix is nothing but the summation of true positive and true negative divided by the grand total. This is the grand total, which is combination of either these two cells or these two cells. This is grand total. So it is the proportion of true predictions, that is true positive plus true negative, out of total predictions, and total prediction here is grand total. There is a metric known as null accuracy. So null accuracy is defined as accuracy obtained when always predicting most frequent class. So if our model is, say, a useless model which always predict the most frequent class, then we can assess the accuracy from the null accuracy. So null accuracy is given by, this is the Python code for a multi-class problem, and this is the null accuracy formula for a binary classification problem. So the percentage of positives and percentage of negatives, maximum of these, either of these two, is the null accuracy. So for example, if there are, for example, if we have an imbalanced classification problem, we have 70% of positives and only 30% are negative. So if our model, which is a useless model, in fact, and predict always a positive class, then it will be correct 70% of time, because positive cases are 70% out of total cases. So this is null accuracy. It is very useful to assess the usefulness of model. Then this is the vertical study. There are many metrics which are calculated on the basis of vertical summations of a confusion matrix. And let us first consider false positive and false negative rates. So this is false positive. So false positive, and this is false negative. So we can calculate false positive rate and false negative rate. False positive rate is false positives divided by false positive plus true negative. That is false positive divided by summation of this and this. So this is the vertical summation. And this is also equal to 1 minus specificity. I'll talk about specificity a little later, or 1 minus true negative rate. Then false negative rate, it is also known as miss rate. It is the probability that true positive is missed by the model. And the false negative rate is given by false negative divided by true positive plus false negative. So this is vertical summation. And it is also is equal to 1 minus sensitivity. Then what is sensitivity and specificity? It is also vertical summation. So this is sensitivity. It is also known as recall, or it is also known as true positive rate. Then this is specificity. It is also known as true negative rate. So specificity or true negative rate is equal to true negative divided by false positive plus true negative, which is also equal to 1 minus FPR, or which is also equal to true negative rate. This is true negative rate. Then recall or true positive rate or sensitivity, these three are same. So it is the proportion of correctly predicting positive outcome out of all actual positive outcomes. So these are the all actual positive outcomes, and out of these, correctly predicting the positive outcome is the recall. So recall is equal to true positive divided by true positive plus false negative. It is also equal to sensitivity or true positive rate. Here our aim, if we increase the recall, then we achieve the minimum false negative. If this is minimum, then the recall is higher. Then we can study the confusion matrix horizontally. This is horizontal study. There are two matrices here: positive predictive value and negative predictive value. Positive predictive value is also known as precision. So precision is the proportion of correctly predicting positive outcome out of all positive predictions. So it is the correctly predicting positive outcome out of all positive predictions. So this is the horizontal summation. So precision is given by true positive divided by true positive plus false positive. It is also known as positive predictive value. So if we aim a higher precision, then we can achieve a minimum false positive. Then negative predictive value is equal to true negative divided by the true negative plus false negative. So this is this horizontal summation. Now there is a matrix which which have advantage of both precision and recall. So it is harmonic mean of precision and recall. It is given by this formula. The optimal value of F beta score is 1 and the worst value is 0. For beta, if beta is set to 1, then F beta score becomes F1 score. Now let us see very briefly what is ROC curve. It is curve obtained by plotting true positive rate and false positive rate. What are the utility of ROC curve analysis? As ROC curves show model performance at different threshold levels, it can be used to identify best cutoff. This is one utility of ROC curve. The other is that the higher area under ROC curve means better model. So I'll illustrate the ROC curve in my other lectures on machine learning. So this is all for today. Thank you very much.